Welcome to St. Peter's in Coupland, Texas. This is getting to be a habit. We are celebrating community virtually for the time being again, but we will be back here in our building as soon as it's safe for all of us to be here. And until then, welcome to church on whatever screen you're viewing this video.
Christ be with me, Christ before me, Christ behind me, Christ within me, Christ below me, Christ above me, Christ be with me. At my right hand, at my left hand, as I lie down, as I rise up, as I stumble, as I fall down, Christ, as I stand, Christ in the heart of everyone who thinks of me, Christ in the mouth of everyone who speaks of me, Christ in every eye that sees me, Christ in every ear that hears me. Amen. Amen.
Well, we have been walking slowly through the Sermon on the Mount this spring and early summer, and our stroll has brought us to Matthew 7. Today we're going to look at verses 15 through about 21, 22. Matthew 7:15 through 20 in the Message version. Be wary of false preachers who smile a lot, dripping with practiced sincerity. Chances are they're out to rip you off some way or another. Don't be impressed with charisma. Look for character. Who preachers are is the main thing, not what they say. A genuine leader will never exploit your emotions or your pocketbook. These diseased trees with their bad apples are going to be chopped down and burned. Now, I think Peterson in the Message version is getting to the heart of what this is talking about. Let's look at the same passage in the Common English Bible. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you dressed like sheep, but inside they're vicious wolves. You will know them by their fruit. Do people get bunches of grapes from thorny weeds, or do they get figs from thistles? In the same way, every good tree produces good fruit, and every rotten tree produces bad fruit. A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a rotten tree can't produce good fruit. Every tree that doesn't produce good fruit is chopped down and thrown into the fire. Therefore you will know them by their fruit. Ah, yes, false prophets, followed by a lesson in orchard management. Interesting. Now, there are several words in this passage that I'm curious about. What does false prophet mean in Greek? Well, it's pseudo-prophetes, or a pseudo-prophet, fake, false, play-acting prophet. Good is agathos, which is good, pleasant, agreeable, joyful, happy. Bad is saporos, which is rotten. Interestingly, not bad in the moral sense, but bad in the biological sense. Spoiled, rotten, decomposing. And then there is to create, poieo, to create, to make, to form. Okay. So let's take all of that and go back. So taking all that into account, here is my paraphrase of these verses. There will be people who will claim the right to shape you on behalf of God, but they're not what they seem. They've actually gone bad, like biting into a peach that looked good on the outside, but was already rotten on the inside. Don't swallow that. They're hungry for what they can get from you, or from what they can get from being mistaken for someone who really does have the calling and ability to work with God in shaping his children. Watch out for them. Okay, but how? What's the clue that this is one of those rotten people? Good question. Look at the lives they are creating. Are those lives good? Are the people who listen to them increasingly loving, good, benevolent, generous people? Or are the people who listen to them increasingly unloving, lacking grace, not generous? Look at the fruit. People in the process of healthy soul growth contribute to the formation of healthy spiritual growth in others. People in the process of spiritual decay contribute to the formation of people also in spiritual decay. Now, this warning has never been more important and timely than it is right now. I wonder, who comes to your mind when you think about those who claim the right to speak into your lives, to tell you what to think and believe, but the product of their many words are increasingly angry, divisive, fearful people, lives lacking in grace, lacking in love, lacking in generosity? Who comes to mind? But hang on. What if they claim to be right? What if they even use your name, God? What if they call you Lord and wave a Bible around like they knew what it was? How can you tell who to listen to? Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will get into the kingdom of heaven. Only those who do the will of my Father who is in heaven will enter. Matthew 7:21. Oh, okay. Not everyone who waves the Christian flag is a Christian. Even people who claim to speak for God. Even people who vigorously oppose what they think of as evil and sinful. Even people, powerful people, who do big things in the name of God. Not even those people should get your attention or approval. Then who should? Well, Jesus says, the one who does the will of my Father in heaven. Okay, but what is the will of God? Love. Love God, love others, no exceptions. Care for the widow and orphan. Welcome the foreigners. Stand with the abused against the abuser. Bring healing and peace wherever you go. The one who is preaching that message is contributing to the health of your soul and your life. Those who are preaching the opposite are contributing to the decay of your soul and your life. Watch out for them, Jesus says. And here I leave you. I have enjoyed speaking to you all, both live and digitally, these last few months, and I hope that it has been a blessing. Next week, Pastor Martin will be back from sabbatical, and you can look for his videos right here. And until then, have a great week. Bye-bye.